Every shift Dr. Mantis worked, he would visit with Adam and the other captives while making his guard rounds. The visits were always for approximately the same amount of time. During each visit, he would sneak an item or two past the other guards through various sleight-of-hand techniques. He would store them in the biometric compartment that only guards could access within each cell. He used his knowledge of illusion to create a facade in each of the adanauts' cells, and kept items that would be utilized for the escape hidden behind each of them. The items the doctor would leave in the cells seemed strange to Adam. One was a chicken mask. Another, a small rolled-up cigar-shaped object that emanated a skunk-like odor. There were different articles of clothing and even a respirator. When Adam would ask what these could possibly be for, the doctor would simply respond that they were all part of the plan. It was necessary that the doctor provided enough information to Adam so he understood his limited role in the breakout, but not too much as to overwhelm him. The escape plan had been in place for quite some time, although it was difficult to ascertain exactly how long, since annual measurements of time are not relative to those on Earth. The items that the doctor was bringing were being produced at the safe house by the co-conspirator to the doctor and the captives. Prior to the escape, it was also important that Adam understood alien life on this planet, since an immediate return to Earth and relative time periods were not possible. The doctor explained how there were 12 races of aliens that inhabit the planet. Each of the 7 imprisoned adanauts resembles one of them. The unlikely coincidence of their transformation into multiple races by the alien inhabitants will aid in their integration to the ways of the host species and their ways of life. The aliens live similarly to how humans do in this twisted parallel universe, where they engage in most of Earth's athletics, which they have copied from those on Earth. They have a system of law and order, need healthcare workers, builders, painters, and other labors too. They have entertainers and otherwise rich and famous role models who became accomplished managing their banking systems and systems of commerce. Things here are not terribly different to how they are on Earth, and the adanauts should be able to remain hidden in plain sight if they are able to escape space prison. The prison is large and is staffed by 50 guards, 20 doctors, a lawyer for in-house prosecution, and one royal commander who presides over the intergalactic court system. All alien hosts will have to be eliminated or evaded as part of this plan. Alien life is incredibly routine both inside and outside of the confines of the prison walls. The prison staff eats once a day and only eats 100% nutrient compositions like that which the doctor, as the guard, feeds the captives each day. The doctors and guards are on a very regular schedule and conduct visitation, inspection, and examinations all at regular intervals. Visitation occurs once a day, inspections of the cells 5 times a day, and physical examinations every 6 days, as time is understood here. The departure from the planet itself will require that the adanauts figure out the way to pilot an alien spacecraft or build their own. They would also have to revisit Adam's wreckage and recover the antidotes and compounds and assemble a variety of other compounds from elements native to this planet. They will have to continue their pursuits on this planet until they collect enough material, organics, and other sources to formulate the compounds and to make the necessary advances in order to reverse engineer the relevant mode of time travel to allow the return of each captive to their own periods of time on Earth. If the escape works as designed, the adanauts will be able to leave the remote prison and, if well disguised, will be able to successfully embed themselves into alien society until suitable preparations for departure are accomplished. The prison is in a very dry and remote area of the planet, and the adanauts' safe house is far enough away that the escapees' integration into that part of this alien world will not raise suspicion. Terrestrial travel on this planet far exceeds the technologies used on Earth, and relatively speaking, personal aircraft here can travel up to 1,000 miles per hour. After most of the preparations had been made, and the items needed for the escape had been hidden away in the secrecy of the biometric compartments, Dr. Mantis began his regular visitation to Adam. He provided important personal details about the Adanaut team with whom Adam will work to escape. Each team member is highly specialized with respect to certain functions and abilities to complete tasks necessary to flee the facility successfully. On the day after all the items were in place, Dr. Mantis entered Adam's cell as he usually did and began. "Today, I will begin introductions to the team." Adam sat closer and was more focused and intent as he had been since he arrived. Dr. Mantis reiterated. "Adanauts have spanned over the course of thousands of years, Adam," then went on to qualify. "We cannot always judge one by their mental capacities." He then telepathically revealed an image of Zeek to Adam. The image of Zeek that was portrayed was strange, just as the sights of all the other species had been. Zeek was a light flesh-toned creature, whose head looked like a vertically situated American football with a similarly colored cantaloupe-sized eyeball on each side of it. He was unique and had large teeth that looked like they were used for tearing hard-to-chew food. Dr. Mantis explained, "This is Zeek." He paused, then audibly sighed, then communicated in thought. "Let's put it this way. Zeek can lift a ton, but cannot spell it." Adam laughed and questioned what the doctor meant. Dr. Mantis explained that Zeek was a Neanderthal man from the area now known on Earth as Spain. His existence preceded their own by about 30,000 years. Adam further questioned how that could be. The doctor answered, "We are all from different times and places, all brought here by a species far superior in intelligence to ours. This alien species has mastered time travel, and although they have approached us from our different time periods, they have assembled us all together in this immediate time and place." The doctor continued, "Zeek is a master hunter and gatherer, and is strong as an ox. He is also unmatched with mixing herbs, elements, and toxins for experimental and practical uses to produce predetermined results." He continued his thought. Zeek and his tribe were the first Homo sapiens to use both hemp for recreational use and to experiment with aphrodisiacs. Zeek's overall knowledge of herbology is far superior to that of any other human I've ever known. His biggest problem is communicating anything at all, even on a rudimentary level. He only understands simple mental images and hand gestures. The doctor continued the thought. "In many instances in his time, this caveman apparently was able to successfully use hemp and other herbal concoctions to cause alien invaders to fall ill and in other cases to hallucinate and forget why they were even on Earth in the first place. The far superior species would end up returning to their planet on multiple occasions, befuddled, not realizing they were supposed to pillage the resources of our planet." Adam was amazed by the historical fact of alien visitation to Earth. He had no further questions, but looked forward to the challenge of interacting with this less advanced version of man. The doctor concluded by letting Adam know, "Zeek has something very special brewed up for our captors. Until next time, Adanaut." Dr. Mantis exited and continued his rounds as the buzzing of the door once again served as an alert.